Which?
Assign. 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 And it means to do.
All right, let's go through them fast.
5 plus 3 equals 8.
8 plus
7 equals
15.
4 plus 3 equals 7, 7, 7. 6 plus 5 equals 11.
Okay.
3 plus 4 equals 7, 7, 7. 2 plus 10 equals 12, 12, 12. 5 plus 6 equals
We just did 6 plus 5, the same thing.
11.
11. Faith knows our facts. 4 plus
8 equals 11.
Try this again. 12. 4 plus 8 is 12. 12. A little faster. 9 plus 2 equals
11.
6 plus 2 equals
8.
8 plus 2 equals
10.
2 plus 4 equals
6.
2 plus 5 equals
7.
6 plus 9 equals, count it,
14.
count it again.
12.
Remember, 10 plus 6 is 16. 15, 15. 3 plus 8 equals 11. 2 plus 8 equals
10.
9 plus 8 equals 7 plus 2 equals 6 plus 7 equals
8.
No way this could be 8. 13. 5 plus 9 equals
14.
Yes. 8 plus 4 equals. We did 4 plus 8. Same thing.
12.
9 plus 4 equals.
13.
9 plus 7 equals.
15.
Count it again.
16.
9 plus 5 equals.
14.
7 plus 9 equals.
16.
8 plus 3 equals.
11.
8 plus 5 equals 13. 7 plus 5 equals 12. 4 plus 5 equals 9. 3 plus 7 equals 10. 9 plus 6 equals 15. 9 plus 3 equals 12. 5 plus 8 equals 13. 5 plus 7 equals 12. 3 plus 6 equals 9. 4 plus 6 equals 10. 4 plus 7 equals 11. 2 plus 7 equals 9. 7 plus 6 equals 13. 7 plus 3 equals 10. 7 plus 4 equals 11. 6 plus 3 equals 9. All right, good. So those are all of our current facts that we are seeing often in our book. All right, so go ahead and get out your book for me. math book. Yeah. We are on page 124. This is what it looks like. 124. 124.
I'm on 126. I'm on 120. 121, 122, 123, 124. Wait until we get at the end of 124, 120. I'm there. 124A. Yeah, one page. Look, 124A. What? Oh, I see it now. I see it. I see it, This last bill.
All right, so we are going to talk about what's called polygons. So whenever we talk about polygons, it deals with shapes. There are certain things that makes a shape a polygon or that determines if a shape is not a polygon, okay? So in order for a shape to be called a polygon, it has to have two things. It has to have straight sides, meaning the sides of the shape are straight, no curves, okay? So the shape cannot have any curves on it at all. It has to have all straight sides, only straight, no curves, okay? And it has to have no openings, meaning all the lines connect in the shape. So if I make it a shape, all of the lines connect. So if a shape has those two things, if it has straight sides and no openings, it is called a polygon. So a shape that's a polygon has to have straight sides, no curves, and it has to have no openings. So it cannot have an opening where it doesn't connect. It has to connect. All lines have to connect on the shape. So let's look at each shape that I have here. Let's look at number one. Does it have straight sides? Are the lines straight?
Yes.
Yes. Does it have any openings?
No.
No. So would this be a polygon?
Yes.
Yes, it is. This is a polygon. Number two, does it have straight sides?
No.
No, it has curves, right? This is a circle. It has curves. Does it have any openings?
No.
So could it still be a polygon?
No.
No, right? It has to have both of these in order for it to be a polygon. Yes, it does have no openings, but it does not have straight sides. So number two is not a polygon. Look at number three. Does it have straight sides?
Yes.
It does. Does it have any openings?
Yes.
Yes. So could this be a polygon?
No.
No. In order for it to be a polygon, it has to have both straight sides and no openings. And look at it. It has an opening. 4. Is this a polygon? Well, let's look at it. Straight sides?
Yes.
Yes. Does it have openings?
No.
So is it a polygon?
Yes.
Yes, it is. Straight sides. No openings. And number 5. Look at number 5. Does it have straight sides?
No.
No. Look at that curve up here. That's not straight. Does it have any openings?
No.
But is it a polygon?
No.
No. In order for it to be a polygon, it has to have both straight sides and no openings. It is not considered a polygon if it does not have one or the other. It can't just have one and not the other. It has to have both. That's how you identify it. So look in your book where it says draw a 3-sided polygon. Now there's only one shape that has 3 sides. What shape would have 3 sides? Triangle. So go ahead and draw a triangle in that first box. A 3-sided polygon, 3 lines, 3 sides on the triangle. We know how to make a triangle, right?
Yeah.
Number 1 was a triangle.
Perfectly. I can't find my pencil. Because you lost it again. Like no, I got it.
Okay, you have your triangle. Okay, now the next one says draw a four-sided polygon. Now there's only one shape we can draw that has four sides. What would it be? What shape has four sides?
A square.
Square. So go ahead and draw a square, or you could also draw what? Something else. Not just a square has four sides. It looks like a square, but it's longer. Well, yeah. Well, cube doesn't have. No, rectangle. Rectangle is also one as well.
I like both of them.
Well, just one is good.
I don't know how to write a rectangle. I'm gonna write a rectangle like that.
Okay, so you can draw a square. That will be your other your four-sided polygon. All right, let's look at the next box. It says choose the five-sided polygon. So 5 sides meaning it has 5 lines. Let's look at A. Does it have 5 sides? Let's count that first.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Does it have 5 sides?
No.
Nope. So X out A. That can't work. It says we need a 5-sided polygon. Yeah, A. X the shape. All right, B. Let's count the sides.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No.
So yeah, it does have 5. Yes. So B, does it have 5 sides?
Yes.
Does it have straight sides?
Yes.
Yes. Does it have any openings?
No.
So then that means it's a what?
Polygon.
So circle that one. It's a polygon. Arch, yes. C, let's look at C. Count the sides on C.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
So it has 5 sides, but look at it. Does it have straight sides?
Yes.
Yeah, it does. Does it have any openings?
Yes.
So can this be a polygon?
No.
Nope, X it out. Cannot be a polygon. And then look at D. Count your sides.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
5 sides. Does it have any? Does it have straight sides?
Yes.
Any openings?
No.
So is it a polygon?
Yes.
That's a polygon. All right, let's look at the next box. It says choose the 6-sided polygon. Let's look at E. Count the sides.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
So it has 6 sides. Does it have straight sides?
Yes.
Any openings?
No.
Is it a polygon?
Yes.
Yep. F, count your sides.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 5. It's 5. 5. Yeah, 5. 1. No, that's 6.
It is 6.
Yeah, that is.
But does it have straight sides?
No.
Yes, it does.
Yes.
Any openings?
Yes.
Yeah, the bottom. The whole bottom is open. So could this be a polygon?
No.
Nope.
No.
So that will not work.
I already knew it.
G, count your sides.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
6. So has 6 sides. Straight sides.
Yes.
Any openings?
No.
So is it a polygon?
Yes.
Yep.
No.
So you figure out H.
Oh.
We need 6 sides, and you tell me if it's a polygon or not.
7. That's 7.
No, don't tell me. Just you figure it out. Is it a polygon or not for
Let me count this again.
H?
Oh my God. 1, 2. Did you say we have to have 6, Miss Blue?
Yeah, it's a 6-sided.
7. So they got 7. I said to myself, you should have come in. I wrote a club.
All right, good. So in order for a shape to be a polygon, it has to have 2 things. What are the 2 things? It has to have Straight sides and no openings. Good. All right. All right, so that's it for your book. I just wanted to go over the polygons page. We'll be back on the board. So if you have a loose leaf paper, could you get that out for me?
I have a loose paper, right? I'm about to run out of paper. Me too.
I didn't ask that.
That was a soft slap you did.
All right, so go ahead and get out your book. Like a loose leaf paper so that we can do the next part of math.
Or loosely. That loosely. Yeah, loosely means that it's only one as a part, so you need to break it up. That's what loosely means.
All right, so let's go ahead and look at my facts up here. So I have 4 plus 3 plus 2. Can you set this up on your paper and add it up? 4 plus 3 plus 2. Go ahead.
Why don't you use your notebook? I am going to win. It don't matter. I said it don't matter. She said 4 plus 3 plus what? 2. I knew it. 4 plus 3. I already got my answer. Don't you say it? Oh, I want to win so bad. If I only flip it over. There we go. I knew it. I put dollars. Don't say dollars. You didn't put dollars. I saw you use that.
All right, let's go ahead and add it up. So 4 plus 3 plus 2. Anybody wants to walk us through how to add this one up here? Okay, go ahead, Naraya.
Add 4 plus 2, 4 plus 3.
4 plus 3 equals?
That equals 7.
7.
7 plus 2 equals 9.
And 7 plus 2 is 9. Oh, all right. 9. Good. Next one. Set this one up. 5 plus 1 plus 6. Add it up.
What is this? It equals the bird.
Let's add this one up. 5 plus 1 plus 6. Anybody wants to walk us through how to add this one? Okay, Kinley.
5 plus 1 equals 6.
5 plus 1 is 6.
6 plus 6 equals 12.
Doubles fact. 6 plus 6 is 12. Good. Your answer should have been 12.
Yep.
All right, count the tally marks. Write your answer on your paper. You don't have to draw them, just count them and write the answer. Okay, anybody has an amount? Let's see what you have.
33.
She has 33. Anybody has something different?
33.
No, different. No? Okay, let's count. Count it.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 31, 32, 33.
That is correct. 33 tally marks. All right, last thing we'll do on the paper. Before we move on to our next coin, we're going to practice some coins. So you're going to draw them out. So remember, a penny is worth 1 cent, a nickel is worth,
5, 6,
and a dime is worth.
10,
So it's just important to know how to do it. Do it just like how I usually do on the board. When I draw the coin, I put the number to let you know how much it's worth. No, that's not what you're doing. I was just showing you. Okay, so you're going to draw 2 dimes and 3 nickels. Tell me how much money that is. 2 dimes, 3 nickels. A dime is worth 10, a nickel is worth 5. So draw your circles, put your amount inside of it, and then count it. So don't try to count it as you do it. Draw it out first, then count it. So draw your circle and then put a 10 for a dime, then another circle, 10 for a dime. Then you draw 3 circles and put a 5 for a nickel. Okay, anybody has an answer? Okay, Dennis. So 2 dimes, 3 nickels, how much money? Unmute. Yeah, unmute it. It's still mute. Or no, I don't know. No, okay. Anybody? Yeah, tell me how much. So 2 dimes, 3 nickels. Count it out loud. 10, 20, 25, 30. How much money?
35 cents.
Awesome.
I knew it.
All right, one more. This one will make it a little harder. Let's do 4 dimes, 4 nickels, and 2 pennies. 4 dimes, 4 nickels, 2 pennies. Draw it out first and then count it. Don't try to count while you're doing it because that'll, it might confuse you. Excuse me. So draw it out first and then let's count it.
4 nickels. 4 nickels.
Okay, we ready? Anybody has an answer for us?
40.
4 dimes, 4 nickels, 2 pennies. What you got?
57.
All right, she says 57. Let's count it out. Count it out for us.
10, 20, 30, 40.
Okay, so 10, 20, 30, 40. So come on with the nickels. So 40, then we go to, we can't skip, remember. Okay, so when you stop with your dimes, once you jump into fives, you have to remember what comes after 40 when you're counting by fives. If you don't remember, start from the beginning. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. Then 2 pennies made it 62 cents. Okay, it's really important, guys, to jump from those 10 to fives, okay? You have to know. I told you before when we learned how to count by fives, 5 is always a 5 and a 0, 5 and a 0. So if you say 40, then it's going to be 45, then the next 0, 50, then the next 5, 55. It's always 0, 5, 0, 5, okay? Let's do one more because I don't think a lot of people got that one. So let's do another one. So we'll do 3 dimes, 5 nickels, 1 penny.
Oh, that's easy.
3 dimes, 5 nickels, 1 penny. Okay, did we count it out? Let's count it together. So let's start with our dimes. So 10, 20, 30. Now let's jump into the nickels. So we say 5, 40, 45, 50, 55, and then that 1 penny.
56.
Doja, 56. Okay, 56 cents. So guys, it's really shifting from those dimes to the pennies. Remember, where you stop with 10s, pick up with 5s. If you don't remember what to do with the 5s, go back to the beginning. Don't just guess. Go back to the beginning, count by 5s, and then jump in where it needs to do. Or just remember, 0, 5, 0, 5. It's always going to be 0, 5. Okay? Always, if your dimes are first, you're always going to end on a 10 and then jump into the 5 that comes after that 10. Always. Okay? All right. So today we're going to learn our last coin we're learning for the school year, which are quarters. Anybody knows what a quarter is? That's the highest coin.
Yes.
Mhm. All right, quarters. So this is what a quarter looks like. It's our largest coin. So we have dimes we learned, which are the smallest ones, tens. Then we have a penny, which they're brown. Abraham Lincoln's facing the opposite way. And then we have our nickels, which are worth 5, which are bigger than dimes and pennies. And now we have the quarter, which is bigger than all 3 of those coins. Okay. So this is the front of a quarter, and this is the back of the quarter. And look what it says on here, $quarter. Remember, if it's to the back, it will always tell you what coin it is. And this is a quarter. When you count quarters, there's a certain pattern we follow when we count quarters. This is the pattern here. It goes 25, 50, 75, the dollar. 25, 50, 75, a dollar. So when I say a dollar, it just depends. Because if you're like $1.25, $1.50, $1.75, your next dollar would be $2. Then if I say $2.25, $2.50, $2.75, your next dollar would be $3. So just remember, keep that in mind. It's not always going to go back to $1. It's go to the next dollar. But the pattern that you need to know is 25, 50, 75, a dollar. 25, 50, 75, a dollar. 25, 50, 75, a dollar. 1 quarter is worth 25 cents. So every time we add a quarter, we're adding 25 cents. That's why it goes 25. Then 2 quarters is 50. Then 3 quarters is 75. Then 4 quarters is a dollar. 25, 50, 75, a dollar. That's your pattern. 25, 50, 75, a dollar. 25, 50, 75, a dollar. That's your quarters pattern. So in your book today, you will have quarters. Count them out. 25, 50, 75, a dollar. That will help you to figure out your amount. Okay? So let's see if we can keep counting. So 25, 50, 75, a dollar, $1, 25, a dollar, 50, a dollar, 75, $2, $2.25, $2.50, $2.75, $3, $3.25, $3.50, $3.75, $4. Going to go to the next dollar after 75. So we're from 3, the next dollar is 4. $4.25, $4.50, $4.75, $5. So you see how it just keeps going. That's the pattern. What you have to know is what's the next dollar. Okay, that's usually the problem we have every year. We know how to count 25, 50, 75, a dollar, but you have to know what dollar comes after. Like if you're on $3, the next dollar would be $4. Okay. All right. Awesome. So that is math today, guys. We'll practice some quarters on more on tomorrow and some polygons. All right. Get out a little sleep paper so we can start with our writing for today. All right, so this week in writing, we are learning how to abbreviate the months of the year. So remember, we have 12 months in a full year. January is our first month and December is our last month of the year. So when we usually write the month, we know how to write it completely, like it's full, you know, how to write it completely. But today we'll learn how to abbreviate. Remember, abbreviate is a shorter way to write something. So whenever we did our initials, you remember when we practiced initials, that was a shorter way to write our name. So instead of writing our full name, we can just initial it by doing the first letter. So whenever we have the months, we can also abbreviate the months as well, meaning a shorter way to write the months. So before we get into abbreviating, I want you to copy this whole thing here first. Okay, just like how I have it. I have a section on this side of months and then a section on this side. And then behind each one, I have a line. You can do that. I'll give you about 2-3 minutes to write that, all of the months, because it's easier if we just write the months first, then we'll do the abbreviations, okay? So go ahead and write them all, and then we'll abbreviate them. Okay, so remember the abbreviation is the first 3 letters followed by the period, the dot. So February, what's the first 3 letters?
F-E-B.
So when we abbreviate it, we put capital F-E-B dot. Remember, abbreviation means a shorter way to write a word. So instead of writing the whole month February, we can abbreviate it with capital F-E-B dot. Let's look at March. What are your first 3 letters?
M-A-R.
So when we abbreviate it, we put capital M-A-R dot. All right, April. April, let's see. Nobody can tell me, what would the abbreviation be? Capital
A-P-R. Dot.
dot. A-P-R dot. April. Let's look at May. Now, May is different because May already only has 3 letters. So there is no abbreviation for May. You just simply write the word, the month, May. No abbreviation because May only has 3 letters. Okay. Next we have June. What will be the abbreviation for June? Capital
J-U-N.
dot. J-U-N. First 3 letters.
Oh, I know how to write that.
July. First 3 letters. Capital J-U-L dot.
That's so cool. Yeah.
August. Abbreviation will be capital A-U-G dot.
Oh, yep. Me and Dennis.
Next one, September. Abbreviation will be capital S-E-P dot. First 3 letters.
Yay. My birthday is in the only April. Oh, me and Harlan's birthday is in April. Yeah.
Okay, October. Abbreviation will be capital O-C-T dot. Okay, let's do the last 2. November. Abbreviation will be capital N-O-V dot. And December abbreviation will be capital D-E-C dot. Okay, so finish up. So these are the abbreviations of the months. The abbreviation is a shorter way to write it. We put the first 3 letters followed by a dot, or we can say period, at the end of it. All the months except May are abbreviated. It's a shorter way to write the month. Put the capital letter, make sure it's capitalized, and that dot is at the end.
May and May, like May I have wait, that's the one. Yeah, that's the one that's May. May's nice,
It's spelled the same. So it's not a-
May said it was all with it. So that means you. That is 2. And now you want to change it. 4 and 4. Same. And I'm saying that you technically say you.
Okay. All right, we have them, all the abbreviations for the months.
May.
Yeah, okay.
What about our other writing? We don't have writing. Yeah, we don't got writing. What's our writing? It's not real bad. We don't have. Yeah, we don't have.
All right, let's go ahead and move on to phonics. We'll practice some old charts today, and then we'll move into our new chart.
I.
All right, let's start with the chart 7.
Okay.
1 second, then we'll start chart 7. You know what? I don't know if I have it because
Wait, there's one more hat.
yet. Go ask her. All right, let's go over chart 7, BR. BR says burr in bright. DR says dr in drum. PR says fur in pray. GR says grr in friend. SM says
in smoke. SC
says
in scat. SK says in skate. SP says in spade. CR says cur in crab. TW says twelve in twins. SPL says school in slash.
Thank you, Kenley.
SPR says spur in spring. SCR says in scream. SQ says squawk in squeak. SN says in snap. SL says in sleep. STR says stir and stream. SW says look and swim.
Good. Okay. Chart 8. Okay.
Let's do this guy.
Yes. Phonics chart 8. THR. THR says in 3. AR says or in stars. CH says in church. OR says or in morning. OU says ow in out. OW says ow in owl. OW says o in bowl. ER says in, okay, the verse. UR says in nurse. IR says in bird. OI says oi in coin. OY says oi in boy. OO says in book. OO says ooh in tooth. WOR says work in worms. IGH says I in night. ALL says all in ball. ALK says awk in walk. All right, and chart 9. Just the 9. Okay, chart 9, ING. ING says ing and pointing. KN says and not. GN says and not. ANG says ang and bang. ING says ing and king. ONG says on and long. UNG says and strong. ANK says ank and bank. INK says ink and wink. ONK says onk and honk. UNK says onk and honk. WA says walk and wash. A says and adopt. Y says eat and baby. LE says and little. ED says add and wanted. ED says and looked. ED says and played. All right, we'll move on to our chart that we're on now, which is chart 13. All right, after me, FUL says full, 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 and beautiful.
FUL says full and beautiful.
ARE says air, 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 and care.
ARE says air, and care.
TAIN says ton, 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 and mountain.
TAIN says ton, and mountain.
URE says your, and pure.
RE says your, and pure.
TURE says chur, and pasture.
TURE says and pasture.
WAR says war, and warm.
WAR says war, and warm.
TION says shun, and nation.
TION says sun, and nation.
SION says shun, and missionary.
SION says sun, and missionary.
SION says Jean, and television.
SION says sun, and television.
EIGH says A, and AIDS.
EIGH says A, and 8.
OR says and sailor.
OR says
AR says and dollar.
AR says and dollar.
Y says it and crystal.
Y says it and crystal.
And ERR says air, and cherry.
ER says air, and cherry.
Good. All right, so those are all of our charts. Ugh, the ones for today. All right, so remember we talked about homonyms. A homonym is when we have two words that sound exactly alike, but when we write them down, they are not spelled the same and they don't have the same meaning. So anybody remember some of the homonyms we've learned? Blue and blue.
C and C.
C and C.
Sun and sun.
Sun and sun.
I know. Hair and hair.
Hair and hair, B and B. Good. So I have some new ones today I just want to introduce to you. So we have break and break, like break whenever you drop something and it breaks, and then break like hit the brakes in the car. Those are homonyms. We have cent and cent. Cent like when we say coins, and then cent like I sent a pie home with you or something like that. Then we have flea and flea. We have flea like the fleas that can get on animals, right, when they're itching. And then we have flee like whenever you run away, like when Joseph and Mary and baby Jesus had to flee Israel and go to Egypt. Then we have flour and flour. We have flour that we bake with flour, and flour like when we talked about the tulips in Netherlands, flour. So these are just some more examples of homonyms, words that sound just alike, but when we write them down, they're spelled differently and they mean different things. All right, let's look at my words here. So I have stop and I want to turn it into stopping. Can anyone tell me what I need to do to make this stopping? What's my rule, Kinley?
STOPPING.
So what was the rule? To do what?
Double the letter.
Double that consonant. Remember, if it has a sharp vowel and it ends with a consonant, we double it. Good. Let's look at make. Let's turn it into maker. Okay, Narai, how would I write this? Turn this into maker.
M-A-K. Drop the E and put E-R.
Good. On this one, because it ends with a silent E, we drop the E and then add our suffix ER. Good. So today we're going to learn a new rule. Okay, if you look at all my words here, sleepy, dusty, dreamy, frosty, what do they all end with?
Y.
A Y. So there is a rule we have to follow whenever our root word ends with a Y. And before we add our suffix, there's something we have to do. So in this case, all of them end with Y. So the rule is whenever your root word ends with a Y, you drop the Y and change it into I-E. I'm sorry, not I-E, that's something else, sorry. You change it into I. So you drop the Y, change it into an I. So anytime your root word ends with a Y, you will take away that Y and turn it into an I. So let's look at sleepy. So I want to turn sleepy into sleepy S. So I will put S-L-E-E-P. Take away the Y, add I-E-S-T. Sleepiest. You see what I did? Take the Y, change it into an I. So dusty, how would I make this dustier? How would I turn dusty into dustier?
S-T, drop the I,
Take that Y away.
and add E-R.
Add I-E-R. Dustier. Dreamy. Let's turn dreamy into dreamiest. How would I write that?
E-R-E-A-M. Drop the Y.
Take away the Y.
And
I-E-S-T. Good. Dreamiest. I took away the Y, added an I. And then frosty. Let's turn it into frostier. How would I change it into frostier? Turn around.
F-O-R-O
F.
R-O-S-T. Cross out the
Take away the Y. Turn it into an
I.
and add ER. Frostier. So that's a new rule. So we've learned double the consonant, take away the silent E, and now we have changed the Y into an I. And that's how we add our suffix, okay? All right, so that's your new phonics rule when it comes to adding a suffix to a word. All right, let's go ahead and get out your reading, Aesop's Fables. I think we're on 46. Or 47. Let me see. Yeah, 47. No. Mm-hmm. All right, page 46. Let's go to our next story. 47, sorry. Okay, the bee and the dove.
Can I do it?
You raising his hand. You raising your hand to read, Joshua?
The bee and the dove.
Okay. All right, 47. You can go ahead. And I'll let Faith do 48. Unmute. Unmute, Joshua. Got it?
There you go.
Now look.
Okay. 47.
Okay. I'm at 47.
Okay.
The bee and the one day a bee fell into the water. It into the water. It was a bad fall for the bee. Got wet and could not fly out. She could not swim. A dove watched her fall. Oh dear, she said, I must help that bee. She took a leaf in her beak and she dropped in it into the water near.
Okay, good. All right, so we're introduced to the bee, right? What happens to the bee?
There's more stories about it.
She fell into the water, right? And what else? Could she get out? No. She
No.
fell out of the water and she couldn't get out of the water. She could not swim. So who saw her fall? The dove. And did the dove help her? Yes. What did she find? A what? A leaf and dropped it in the water. And let's see what she does on 48. Faith? Okay.
The bee climbed up onto the leaf, floated to the land. One day this dove was making a meat. She was flying her here, and a bad boy looked up at the dove. He picked a stone to throw at the dove.
Okay, so the dove helped the bee get out of the water, so that was really kind. So some time goes by, and the dove is flying now. And what does the little boy do?
The little boy takes
A stone to throw at the dove. Okay, let's keep reading. Okay, 49. Let's see what happens.
As he held the stone, the bee saw him and stung him to the head. He jumped and dropped the stone, and so he did not hit the dove. The dove had helped the bee. Now the bee helped the dove.
Okay, so whenever the boy is going to throw the stone, who sees what's happening?
The bee.
And how does the bee help the dove? She stung the boy, right? So look at that. They both help one another out, right? The dove helped the bee helped the dove. So what if the dove would have just, you know, when he saw she saw the bee fall into the water, what if she just ignored it? Do you think she would have gotten help when she needed it?
No.
No. So it was good that she helped when she saw that the bee needed help. And that's the same for us. Whenever we see someone needs help, if we have the ability to help them, help them. Or, you know, if you can't help them, maybe try to find someone that could, so that they could get out of their situation, so that when your time comes for help, someone will be available to help you. Okay. All right. So that's our story this week. Today on the bee and the dove. So tomorrow we'll get into our next story. All right. So that is it, guys. That's all of our lessons today. Tomorrow we'll get into our science, social studies, and our language. All right. So, oh, yes, spelling. Let's go over your spelling list for this week. List 25 on page 50.
See what this looks like. Hello. Wait, did I start at the back of the book? Oh, not page 25. It's 25.
Page 50. It's list 25, page 50.
Yeah, that's what I said. 25. Really fast. Yes.
All right, so let's look at your list. So this is also another list kind of dealing with adding a suffix to the word. So, yeah. All right, so let's begin. First word is hope.
Hope. H-O-P-E. Hope.
Hopes.
Hope.
H-O-P-E-S. Hopes. Hoped.
Hope. H-O-P-E-E. Hope.
Hoping.
H-O-P-I-N.
Hoping kind of looks similar to hopping, right? But hopping has the double P's. Hope has that one P because you have to drop the E. Okay, next row, like. L-I-K-E, like. Then likes.
L-I-K-E-S.
Liked.
L-I-K-E.
Like.
And liking.
Liking.
L-I-K-E.
Liking.
Good. Next row, shaking.
Shaking. S-K-I-N-G. I think. I-N-G.
Hiking.
I-N-G.
Let's go out.
Coming.
I-N-G. Coming. Last row, smiled.
Smiled. S-M-I-L-E-D. Been.
Been.
B-E-N.
B-E-E-N. Been. And any.
N-A-N-Y.
All right, let's look at your Greek and Latin for this week.
Never.
Okay, your Greek words. First one is autos.
Auto.
A-U-T-O-S. Autos, and it means self. Like when someone drives an automobile, it's a self-driving car, like you drive yourself. Then thermos, or thermos.
Thermos.
T-H-E-R-M-O-S, thermos, and it means heat, right? Like when someone wears like thermals, usually people wear that in the winter because those are it's the type of clothing that keeps you warm. Okay, Latin words, dormio. D-O-R-M-I-O, dormio, and it means sleep. Anus. A-N-N-U-S, anus, and it means year, like annual means yearly. And then Stella, S-T-E-L-L-A, Stella, and it means star. So those are your Greek and Latin words. Autos means self, thermos means heat, dormio means sleep, anus means year, and Stella means star. So you have 20 words again on this week, okay? All right, so that completes our lessons for today, guys. I'm happy y'all were able to log in. I'll see y'all on tomorrow. Bye-bye.